little background information about the Battle of Wounded Knee, also known as the Wounded Knee Massacre. A Paiute shaman called Wovoka claimed that the dead would join the living again soon. For this reason, Wovoka called himself the Messiah. This is when the Native American tribe of the Sioux was being oppressed for the use of the ghost dance because the white man didn't like it. The ghost dance, a spiritual dance used by the Native American people to pacify the gods that were angered because they couldn't keep to their original customs. This was used to smite the non-believers and those who stopped the Sioux people from the typical rituals. They began because the 7th Cavalry had surrounded a group of alleged ghost dancers. The cavalry commanded the group to relinquish their weapons. Majority of the group did. However, a deaf Native American man didn't receive the order. One member of the cavalry attempted to remove the weapon, and a shot was fired in the squabble. The two opposing groups proceeded into the battle. The Lakota Sioux picked up the arms and returned fire. That day, 20 men from the cavalry were killed, and the federal troops had more men and rapid-fired weapons stationed on a nearby ridge. The extra men massacred over 150 people, mainly women and children from the tribe. The massacre left Sioux people in shambles, many dead, and relocation and reservations restricting their access to food and other essentials for survival. The militant reasoning behind the attack was to capture the chief's Sitting Bull they labeled as a troublemaking Indian, and they perceived him as a threat. When they attempted to capture it went horribly wrong, and the chief ended up being killed in the process. When Bigfoot heard of the chief's death, Bigfoot took his people to the South Pine Ridge, and the military intercepted the migrating people and coerced their movement to the edge of Wounded Knee encampment. The next morning, the pneumonia-stricken chief conversed with the federal troops to settle the dispute. Philip Wells was a mixed-blood Sioux who served as an interpreter for the Army. He later reiterated what he saw that Monday morning.
I was interpreting for General Forrest just before the Battle of Wounded Knee, December 29, 1890. The captured Indians had been ordered to give up their arms, but Bigfoot replied that his people had no arms. Forrest said to me, "Tell Bigfoot he says the Indian has no arms, yet yesterday they were well armed when they surrendered. He is deceiving me. Tell him he needs to have no fear in giving up his arms, as I wish to treat him kindly." Bigfoot replied, "They have no guns except such as you have found." Forrest declared, "You are lying to me in return for my kindness."
After the blizzard, a burial party returned to the battlefield. They found the bodies, including that of Bigfoot, frozen into horrifically odd shapes.
I did not know then how much was ended. I look back now from the high hills of my old age. I can still see the butchered women and children lying heated and scattered all along the crooked gulch as plain as when I saw them with my eyes still young. And I can see that something else died there in the bloody mud and was buried in the blizzard. A people's dream died there. It was a beautiful dream. The nation's hoop is broken and scattered. There is no center any longer, and the sacred tree is dead.
The war is over. The hostile Indians are returning to the agency. So dispatches now state, the ugly fellows, after killing all the cattle they could find and running off all the horses, take up the march to go back and submit to the authorities. Rapid City, South Dakota, December 28th. News yesterday indicates that the Indian troubles are about to be brought to a close without the sacrifice of any more lives. General Miles advises of Friday evening that the hostiles in the Badlands had listened to logic and persuasion of General Brooke and Oglala and rural peace commissioners and were moving in toward Pine Ridge were confirmed by General Brooks' dispatches yesterday. A whole body of squaws and papooses of the Brules and Cheyennes and Northern Indians who have been enjoying several weeks outing at the famous terrace of the wall camps in the Badlands, killing beef, stealing horses, and engaging in other healthful and exciting pastimes, are now en route to the hospitable agency at Pine Ridge. "Now," remarked the General Miles this morning, "I want to know where Bigfoot is. My last advices were that he was on Porcupine Creek, but there was no definite news of him from this morning."